Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Today, I want to move very fast because there's a bunch of celebrations I want to take a look at right here. So we have the worldwide download, explosive fighting spirit campaign, whatever the hell you want to call it. We have the 300 million download celebration, which of course is the counterpart. This basically is a 350 million download celebration, right? Then we also have the 5-year anniversary and the 4-year anniversary, right? Sort of comparing what makes a good celebration and what doesn't make a good celebration. Now, I would probably argue that the 4-year anniversary was the pinnacle of the game thus far. They did a really good job. Like, I remember just thinking it was absolutely hilarious because I saw global players saying, oh, there's not a lot of content during the 4-year anniversary, like when it was going on in global at the time. And it's like, dog, the 4th anniversary, like, is the best when it comes to content, I think. Like, once you start including the Shadow Dragon events and stuff like that, like, it's crazy. There's just so much to do. And then I feel like at some point, I mean, okay, now, like, this is just, like, no bueno. Like, this type of celebration that they do. So what they did with both the worldwide download celebration and this 5th anniversary celebration is just, like, part 1 is, like, almost exclusively just the banners. And it's, like, 2 weeks. And it's just not good enough. I mean, they gotta start adding in multiple EZAs, I think, into these big celebrations. For some reason, none of these celebrations, not a single one, none of these celebrations has a big Dokkan Fest exclusive unit EZA in them. Like, this is months of time right here these celebrations last, and there's no EZAs, right? So we can start with the countdown. Again, I would probably argue that this worldwide celebration is actually a bit better than people think, but, I mean, it still is lackluster for sure, right? All right, so they gave up a bunch of tickets for free, which is whatever, right? We had the legendary campaign for Hercule, which is good. Chain Battle, that's good, right? A lot of great rewards. Infinite Dragon Ball History got, 2 stages during this celebration. We got Super Battle Road open every day, but the new stages to Super Battle Road was not part of this celebration. It's just open every day. And then all Dokkan events and EZAs are open the whole time. I mean, that's typically the way it goes for all of these major celebrations anyway, right? Then we start getting to part 1 and 2. So, what do we have here? Just typical things, login bonus, missions. I mean, this campaign was kind of like, it felt largely pointless. Like, it's like they created like this whole new menu, and it's like you could definitely feel that they put a lot of time, resources, and effort into creating this new menu, rather than the fact that they probably should have just, made more EZAs or more new characters or more content. I think that would have been quite a bit better, right? Okay, so we got that. It gave us wallpaper and stuff like that. Who cares? We get the Dual Dokkan Festival. Now, a big problem with these goddamn Dual Dokkan Festivals, right? And especially why the 4th anniversary is the major, big, fat winner, is it's like, okay, so Boo Tanks and Boo Piccolo, 2 summonable units on his banner, and then Goku and Vegeta and Tien, 2 summonable units on their banner. That's it. That awakens from these medals, right? If we directly contrast that to the 4-year anniversary, like the Dokkan Fest exclusive units here, right? The Goku and Vegeta. Can I just quickly pull them up? I think I can, right? Like these medals right here. How many units awaken from these medals? Okay, so it's 2. But like this is an old unit. Plus, they also had Dokkan Awakenings for the Super Saiyan 2 AGL Goku and then the STR Majin Vegeta, right? We had a shit ton of awakenings, unit awakenings, old unit awakenings, which is a big deal, right? Like that to me adds a lot of content because like so many of you free-to-play players out there, I know y'all are guilty of this. It's like they dropped this event right here. Y'all will run it like once, get your stone, and that's it. GG, unless you pull the units, right? If they, I don't know. Like, okay, so there's like the S, here, can I pull up Boo Gotenks banner real quick? So there's these 2 right here. Boo Tanks and Boo Piccolo, right? They currently are SSRs. If they would have gotten awakenings to TURs, right? So it's like, yeah, I know that we just got the LR Boo Tanks, but people who don't have him, maybe they give an awakening this guy and he's solid, and then you have him, right? Or this Boo Piccolo, right? Not a lot of people are going to pull Boo Tanks and Boo Piccolo, the brand new units from this banner, so they gave awakenings to these ones right here, make them good in their own way, like as opposed to what the AGL Boo Piccolo and the LR Boo Tanks are. Like that gives all players reasons to run these events too, and it feels like there's more to do. That, I think, is a big, big, big factor, is old units awakening. That's why EZAs are so good, because these are units that a lot of people are going to have in your box, and then all of a sudden, snap of a finger, and bam, they're good again. Like, right? Like, that's big. So, that's something that needs to be worked on. The events, Dokkan events, we get that all the time. Tickets and shit, red stone, purple stone, like, all these celebrations have that. This bullshit, I can't stand what they do now. Like, this Dragon Ball Legends garbage where it's like, all right, start of the celebration, you get 3 stages. Then we add, 3 more stages in 2 weeks. I hate that. Like, how about a story event at the start of the celebration and then a second story event midway through or something like that? That, I think, would be much better. Guess which celebration did that? 4-year anniversary did that. Sort of. Basically. We'll go over it in a second. This is fine. I mean, but this honestly, like, why? Like, this should just be a permanent event. Once per day you do it and you get a random meat item. Like, why isn't it? Just make that a thing. Like, who cares? Like, they can't make that much money out of people using 1 stone for stamina. Like, there's no way, right? Like, I just make this a once per day event and you get a random meat item from it. Bam. Very simple, right? New boss rush is cool, but I mean, we've always got that. This is basically, the tickets for how many stones you spend. SNS campaign. This is typical. The launch event is pretty cool. Right? Like, definitely a lot of free shit for this celebration, right? Like, I do like this. So, like, every Sunday you could do this and you get 20 stones. So this gets you a total of 100 stones. I mean, that's a lot. What is the final stone count for this celebration, by the way? We're still going to look at part 2 here, but let me skip ahead. I know Global got more stones. Let's see where Global's at. 870. That's not bad. I mean, let's just skip ahead. 870 for that. Let's see if the 5-year anniversary. 824. Okay, again. So this is the JP one, right? 824. So already, like, Global. What is the? Is 805. So I mean, it's right on par basically. Global's is better because Global always gets it better. People gotta learn to accept that. Let me see what last year's download celebration was at. Oof. 1,070, so we're losing there. And then how about the 4-year anniversary? What are we looking at here? 936. Okay, so right now the 300 million download celebration winning out in terms of stones. That's interesting. Okay, so let's go back here. We need to look at part 2, right? So in part 2 shows up missions. This stupid thing, which again, it's just like do stages, right? It's not really content. It's just do stages. And then, Global got the Goku, JP got the Vegeta, right? I mean, people were upset. Oh, why didn't Global lose and get the Vegeta? It's like, Vegeta's definitely more usable because he's like Super Saiyan Angel Vegeta, there's 2. And Super Saiyan Goku, there's like 47, right? But it's not really that big of a deal. I think the Goku is actually slightly better than Vegeta, but again, Vegeta's like more usable, right? But it's not a big deal because I think both will be available in the future anyway. Top Legendary Summon banner was cool. I do love the LR Vegeta, a great unit. Majin Vegeta Super Attack revamp, who cares, honestly. They added more stages to this, who cares. The EZA area. So it's like kind of like part 3, right? Part 3, not really a full part 3, but they added 2 new stages to this with the Oob, and then they added the 1 EZA area stage. So there's 3 EZA free-to-play units. Now, I will say this. These 3 free-to-play units, the Goku, Hercule and Buu, and then Oob, are outstanding, right? That's huge. The EZA for LR Hercule takes a long time, is brutally annoying, but, I mean, he is still good. Extreme Super Battle Road, Global got the first 10 stages, JP got an additional 10 stages, so both versions got an LR EZA from that. Again, the second Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, Elder Banner, weekend missions, who cares? This Spirit Bomb campaign, who cares? Like, this is not, this isn't anything crazy, right? This is exactly the same thing that a lot of these different celebrations had. Okay, so we looked at all the content right there, definitely lackluster, like, all that we have is 1 EZA area. Like, that's just not good enough. It's not. Like, the 1 story event, like, I definitely, like, where's the raid EZA, right? Like, why is there not a Kid Buu raid EZA, which every other one of these celebrations has got, basically? Like, why? It just doesn't make any sense, right? Let's just compare this directly to the 300 million download celebrations. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So, movie, login bonus, mission, same thing. Ticket banner, same thing. So, okay. So, there was this little tile breaking contest event, right? The tile breaking challenge. This was like an actual event that you did every day, which led to getting the Herculean Cell card, the JP verse global cards. Already, that's better than the Goku and Vegeta one. The Goku and Vegeta one is just like, just do shit anyway, right? Like, this is at least a new event. That's cool. There's just a whole bunch of stones from missions. I mean, this is basically just like the counterpart to the launch thing. Actually, I mean, I mean, this is probably just a better way to do it than the launch event, honestly. So we got the dual Dokkan Fests, again, same thing. There were no old unit awakenings here, so this matches up directly with the Vegito and Buu tanks. Same thing with the events, stones, whatever. Again, red and purple stones. So, okay. On Global, this story event was like basically brand new at the celebration. On JP, it had come out the month before. So we get this story event right here, the Cell Game story event. They did that same garbage where it's like, okay, part of the stages get released now, and then part of them are going to come out, yeah, here we go, after 9/11. Like, it's just release all the stages at once, right? The Hyperbolic Time Chamber event was cool because, of course, that, gave us the actual Hyperbolic Time Chamber training item, which is so few of those we're able to get. Like, this was just something different. I mean, it's kind of similar, I guess, to the meat event that is up on JP, or the meat event from the 350 million download sort of celebration thing, but I don't know. Same thing, I guess. So we actually had 10 new stages of Super Battle Road, but I guess both of these celebrations did. New boss rush. What is this? There's just tickets. I don't know. Why did they not do this? I don't know. They did this. I think they did this 3 years in a row. They did this for the Gogeta and Omega 1. They did this for Transforming Goku and Frieza 1. And they did this for the Cell and Gohan 1. But then here for the Vegito and Buu tanks, they're just like, nah. We're just not going to do this. I don't understand why. It's stupid. All right, Elder Kai's, Battlefield. Okay. Why did they not do this as well? This is not good, I would say, for like free-to-play players. I mean, for whales, this is awesome, right? And, I know, again, free-to-play players like to be catered to, but whales are the ones keeping the game alive, right? This is great, because it's like you summon on this, you've got a chance to get the exclusive 50% units, so, I mean, those are always nice to get. But then you get a whole bunch of orbs, you get the Elder Kai, like, you get those one multi, like, on these banners here. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that. That's stupid. This, again, is something that they always do right there, the orb events on the weekends. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at part 2 then, what we got in part 2. Okay, so there was a Dragon Ball campaign, huh? Okay, so this is, again, there's a very similar thing that the 4-year anniversary has, right? Okay, or 5-year anniversary, any of them. Just do stuff and you get a bunch of rewards, that's fine. Okay, this was cool, right? Again, this is very similar to the 4-year anniversary right here, where they had this little event where you go through all the Cell stuff, and then I think this unlocked this raid easier. Yeah, like, where the hell was this? Why did we not get some sort of, like, I guess it would be like an event to go over every form of Buu, like every stage you fight every form of Buu, like in like a story stage, and then beating the last stage would then unlock a Kid Buu EZA, right? Because look at this. So not only is this a raid EZA, which is fun, you can go to stage 999 if you want. Rewards are great, but there's also a unit that EZA'd from this. There's so many units in the game that could EZA right now. Like, there's no reason in the world they could not have done one of these. Like, this to me is the most egregious thing, is they didn't do one of these raid EZAs. I just think it's ridiculous, right? So we get this was the introduction to EZA area. I don't really have a problem with EZA area, other than the fact that they did that and then immediately seemed to slow down on normal EZAs, right? I don't necessarily have a problem with the lower rewards and the fact that it costs stamina, but like it kind of like, limits you to certain units. I think kind of a big problem is a lot of people don't like to actually farm up all the free-to-play units, and they don't like put resources into the free-to-play units and stuff like that. So that can make these overly difficult, right? Again, this is like content meant for players who have been around for a while anyway, not brand new players. I don't think it's that bad. Again, as long as they keep it to free-to-play units, I'm not really too opposed to it. So Infinite Dragon Ball history got the 2 stages. This is when it was first introduced. Top Legendary Summon Banner for 17, 18, and 16. And then, of course, the LR Gohan got his super attack revamped, whatever. Cell Bingo. There was a world tournament here. Interesting. But nothing really too... Yeah, I mean, see... I guess the 300 million download celebration, we'd have to say is better. Because it does have the Cell event into the Cell Raid EZA. Which the Worldwide Download Celebration did not have, right? Yeah, like that... This whole thing, like... That's bad, right? So definitely a big L there. Now, the Worldwide Download Celebration, to me, again, felt very similar to the 5th anniversary, but I guess the 300 million download celebration is the first celebration that sort of takes on this... Because, like, there's not really that much to do in Part 1 during this celebration, is there? Well, I guess, like, because, okay, so this was a free... Like, you get the Goku from this, and you farm him up, right? Then, I mean, again, for Global... had this, which was pretty much brand new right here, and then you could get the Vegeta, which was a free-to-play 100% character. Whereas, like, the Hercule and Goku are not... They don't have their own orbs, right? You have to use your own orbs for the Hercule and Goku, although the Hercule and Goku are better, obviously. But I guess there's that, and the Tal... yeah, I mean... you know, that's the thing, like... Part 1, I guess for a lot of these celebrations, seem to be sort of flimsy. It's like Part 2 is when they bust out the EZAs and shit like that. Because if you look at Part 1 of the 5th anniversary, right? So again, missions, shit like that. This is just, again, do stuff and you get rewards, right? We've seen a billion of those, right? Dual Dokkan Festival, again, there were no old awakenings. That's an L right there. New events. I mean, these units were some of the most hype ever, which is super cool, right? Tickets. This, okay. For the 5th anniversary, this is like one of the best things Dokkan has ever done. I mean, it was annoying how long it takes you to get every ticket because people couldn't, like, wait 5... Like, it's like... like, okay, so this banner came out on the 29th. You couldn't get all tickets until, like the 27th or something like that of February. Like, it was like a full month. It was insane, right? So people were kind of like, I think I missed a ticket. It's like, no, relax. But this was 55 free units with a guaranteed LR at the end. Like, that's just incredible. And God Goku was on there, who had just come out. Like, that's big. And, like, Tech Broly's on there, Kale and Caulifla. So, like, even though this isn't really content, I mean, this is, like, actually the best thing any of these celebrations have got right there. That's a huge win, I think, for the 5th anniversary. The coin shop was incredible. Red and purple stone stuff. Yup. Okay, so... Yeah, I mean, the 5th anniversary definitely seems better than the Worldwide Download Celebration to me so far. Yeah, because we had one of these. It's just like the Hercule tile breaking thing. And then, wow. Yeah, the Worldwide Download Celebration is bad, dude. Because, like, it's annoying how these two events came out, right? And you get stages now and stages in 2 weeks. But this guy goes all the way to an LR. And then you had 2 separate free 100% characters you could get from this event. Right? Then again, this is just like the Hercule Tile event. This was the introduction of the Whis equipment thing, which, I mean, it's frustrating how rare you get good equips from this, and honestly, this event has to be buffed. At the bare minimum, they got to get all the level 5 equips in there, because this event is, like, just, it does almost nothing for you. We didn't realize it at the time. It was very exciting at the time. We didn't realize how bad this event actually was. This is just old story events coming back. New boss rush, of course. New Infinite Dragon Ball history. Typical EZAs and shit like that. Battlefield. Okay. There is 3 parts to the 5th anniversary as well. Like, this actually had, like, officially 3 parts, too, right? Alright, so part 2, yep, movie, missions. Again, do shit, get shit. Here's where, you know, you could get Zamasu all the way to LR. You could get, I love this, Saiyan Trio, but you can get 2 of the Saiyans, right? At free 100% units. There's the typical EZA area for the 2 units. We have the top legendary summon banner, LR Rose and Broly Chile and Lemo. Stone Sail. This was a JP only thing, but who cares? Fodder, it doesn't matter. I mean, that part 2 is pretty flimsy. Alright, then part 3. Again, just do shit, get shit type of campaign right there. Okay, so we have the EZA area, new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, and that is it. Oof, boy. Yeah, I mean, I kind of, something about those raid EZAs, man. Like, that is big. Like, you get, like, this little event. It's just something, right? You get this little event, and then it leads into that big raid-ass EZA. it's just a lot of stuff to do. And then you start looking at this where it's like this celebration doesn't have one. And it's like, man, that's kind of a hole here. I mean, this EZA area was cool, right? Because this is the first LR that EZA'd. I swore on everything when this came out that Dokkan and Akatsuki themselves were going crazy about that. They're like, oh, they wait till they get a load of this, and LR is going to EZA. They're going to go batshit crazy. And then it happened, and I remember people were like, okay, cool, where's the LR Fuse Zamasu and Full Power Broly at? Like, people really wanted a third double LR banner. That's insane to think about. I mean, it would have been nuts, right? That would have been insane. This EZA area is fine, because it's, I mean, look at the roster of characters here. Super easy to do. I mean, this is good, but, yeah, I think they still should have done a Fuse Zamasu raid EZA as well. Like, this should have then opened up into like, one of those 999 stage raid EZAs. I think that would have been very, very fun as well. Alright, so we look at those. Now we get to the 4-year anniversary. I think this is the best, like, celebration. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. Again, missions, take a summon, same shit. I think this is just do shit, get shit. Yeah, just one of those do shit, get shit, right? Consume stamina, do stuff like that. Missions. What is this? Just a Facebook thing, whatever. Red stone, purple stone. Purple stone thing. This is a Baba shop. Again, like, the coins. The coins were definitely superior for the 5-year anniversary, but, I mean, it's sort of like, it's a tie. This, okay. This is good. I love this. So, you do this every day, and you get a ticket for the ticket banner, right? Like, that's awesome. Like, it's just a daily thing. You know, every day, you do this, you get something for it. That was very good. Then we had the Giru story event, which gave us the free-to-play 100% Giru character, who was incredible. Giru is amazing for the Dragon Ball Seeker team. Then, LRB Pan got a new stage added to her event, right? And then, of course, you know, B-Pan awakens to an LR, which is huge, right? And B-Pan, of course, sort of introduced the active skill mechanic into the game, right? Like, on JP, when they, like, show the info for active skill, it's B-Pan they're showing. On Global, it's Gohan and Goten, because they're the first ones that came out, right? But B-Pan kind of introduced active skills into Dokkan, right? The Goku Jr. EZA. Oh, look! Oh! Look at that! Part 1 with an EZA, huh? Crazy. Crazy how they used to do it back then. I mean, so he's a free-to-play unit. This is why, again, people aren't the biggest fan of EZA areas as well, because, like, they used to just do normal EZAs for free-to-play units. Now they do EZA areas. Again, I don't necessarily have the biggest problem with that if they would increase the rate of EZAs to compensate, which they have not done. So that's an issue, right? And, of course, all the orbs, stones, Kais you get from EZAs are really, really big, right? So definitely is unfortunate there. New boss rush. I mean, all these celebrations have got that. I mean, the packs, that's a global only thing, right? Dual Dokkan Festival. But again, the difference here, right? Here, actually, let me open up the JP. Hold on. Let me open this up. Just so I could show these units that awaken, right? Because this is, again, a monstrous W for this 4th anniversary that these other celebrations don't have. Okay, there's also that new SR, right? We got this unit is always given out for free with all the anniversaries, right? But it's these guys right here. Look, all of these awakenings. This is content right here. You know, okay, so this unit who's been on every banner for like 50 years now awakens and he's solid, right? This guy who's been on every banner for the last 50 years now awakens and he's solid. These units weren't that old. They released on the 3-year anniversary, but, like, they've been featured on some of the biggest banners ever. The 3 anniversary banners, I think the Tanabata banner at the time, and then the 4-year anniversary banner. So you were very likely to have some of these guys right here. These were real pain in the ass to awaken to. These are all Hero and Villain Extermination event medals, well, except for this. That's Super Strike. But this is still content, right? Like, it's an old character that becomes super, super good. And, like, you're going to want to go around, use them in events, test them out a little bit, and you have to go grind them up, right? That's a big deal. Dokkan has got to get back to doing this. There's so many old units that can awaken and shit like that. SRs that can, like, why don't all these crappy SRs start Dokkan Awakening? There's no reason not to. Like, the 500 SR Krillins can't get Dokkan Awakenings? Why? Right? I don't know. All right, let's go back to the 4th anniversary here. Of course, the new Dokkan events, we look at those. Elder Kai banner, whatever, all these celebrations have this. Again, this is always good, right? Maybe not the best for free-to-play players, but, you know, whales could definitely take advantage of this. Maybe if you're a free-to-play player here and there, you'd want to do a summon. I mean, the 50% units themselves are great, but these aren't really banners I typically recommend summoning on, right? These are just returning story events, nothing too crazy there. This is just through Battle Road open every day. It's not actually new stages, right? But then we get to part 2, right? And part 2 was stacked for the 4th anniversary as far as I remember, because I know we're going to go to that Shadow Dragon hunt in a second too. Okay, so bonus, missions, Purple Stone. Okay, so this hunt, I think, is this just... Okay, so this sort of goes with this event right here, the Shenron event, right? Okay, so there's this Facebook thing. Okay, the Shadow Dragon Saga story event shows up, right? A full story event. You get Vegeta Jr. at the end of it. He gets his own exclusive orbs, and then there's an EZA, a second EZA. Then this is where they release new stages to the Punching Machine event as well, which isn't really that great, but these were the item stages, which are super easy to do and, you know, are just good rewards, right? Battlefield, top legendary summon banner, more of these shits right here. Okay, so then we go to the Shadow Dragon hunt part. This is where things get cool, right? So you do this event right here, right? You do this every day, you know, you clear all these stages, right? And then after that, you unlock this, right? This event right here, which is where you fight all the different Shadow Dragons. Again, they're actually doing shit. Like, you know, this wasn't the craziest. I think these guys would have been... This would have been a little bit better if these were, like, at least Dokkan Fest exclusive boss level. But I guess they wanted to make it doable for even, like, brand new players starting for the 4th anniversary, right? So, like, they gave these guys, like, little things. Like, you have to have Giru for stage 1. This guy nullifies Ki Blast attacks, right? Super Saiyan 4 Goku deals increased damage in stage 7. But it's still, like... It's just like another event to do, right? And then after you do this one, then that unlocks... okay, so yeah, just more do shit, get shit. Then that unlocked this raid EZA right here, right? Which was the Omega Shenron raid EZA, which came with the Spirit Bomb Goku, and then you EZA'd him from the same event. This was like... This was so good! This was so good! Like, the 4th anniversary is definitely the GOAT celebration. There's no doubt about that. And I think this is just a do shit, get shit thing right here. Yeah, just this, again, do shit, get a lot of rewards, right? But, like, I think the 4th anniversary, absolutely. The multiple main EZAs, the whole thing of the Dragon Ball event into the Shadow Dragon event into the Omega Raid EZA was awesome. The Giru event with a free 100% character. The Shadow Dragon Saga Story event with a free 100% character. LRB Pan, a free-to-play LR. Then the Dokkan Fest stages. You know, like, there was, like, 6 old Awakenings that came with the Dokkan Fest stages. Whereas all of these other fodder celebrations... It's like, you know, you get the 2 new units on each banner, and that's the only fucking thing you're getting. It's dumb, right? So, I mean, the 4th anniversary, they gotta go back to this, man. Like, you know, I don't know, let's say the 6th year anniversary is GT again. We need a repeat of this. We need, you know, a story event, like another story event for, like, the Shadow Dragon Saga or something like that, except it's following, like all the hybrid Saiyan stuff like that are there at the time. We need, like, a free-to-play Gohan from the Shadow Dragon Saga, a new Majub, we need a Goten, a Trunks, a whole bunch of stuff like that, like a free-to-play LR maybe of a bunch of them, like, just all different types of story events and stuff like that. Like, that's what they got to do for, like, some of these anniversaries. Like, I don't know, I guess, you know, a lot of people are expecting GT to be the 6th year anniversary, but it's like, I mean, looking at it now, like, they're really going to do Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron when, like all of this stuff exists as part of the 4th year anniversary? I really think TOP and UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta is probably more likely. But, I mean, okay, there's no, like, saga they can get more content and more events and more characters from than the TOP, though. That would be ideal, right? All the 500 Gods of Destruction and all the shit going on in the Tournament of Power... that would be the best celebration ever. Like they got to make it like this, right? We need an EZA in part 1 and 2 and an EZA area in part 1 and 2, right? Then we need a raid EZA in part 3 for the 6-year anniversary. This is how you do it. The worldwide celebration is fodder, but then again, secretly so was the 300 million download celebration, and the 5-year anniversary was. People knew the 5-year anniversary celebration wasn't that great, but this one also wasn't. It's the 4-year anniversary is the goated one. So let me know what you guys think. It's a shame, right? The big celebrations seemingly kind of suck, and the smaller celebrations are better. Like the Ultimate Gohan celebration coming to Global, I think is going to be far better. So let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.